Hey everybody, I wanted to hop on again today. It's Thursday, it's 8 p.m. Central Time, and talk to you a little bit more about detoxing. Tonight we're going to talk about how to detox and what to avoid when you detox, and we'll get into a little bit about why, but that's probably going to be saved for next week. Anyway, hi, I'm Lisa Kafer. I am with Clean Food, Clean You, and welcome to A Better Path to Health. Tonight, like I said, we're going to talk about detoxing and how we do that. Last week, we talked a little bit about why we detox and all the benefits you can receive from detoxing. One of my clients just finished a detox, and she told me that she lost 9 pounds, which she said she did admit that she cheated a little bit. So she probably could have lost more weight than that, but she did lose 9 pounds. She said her skin is clear. She's feeling so much better. So there are so many benefits to doing a detox, and everybody should do one at least once a year, probably twice a year is best. So what do we, how do we detox? First of all, we want to eliminate a lot of different foods that are going to aggravate our gut. They're going to cause us to gain weight. They're going to make our bodies work harder to digest our food. And that's what we want to avoid. We want to give our detoxing organs a rest and let them get those toxins out of our bodies instead of just constantly digesting food, and absorbing nutrients. So we want to give our liver and our kidneys a rest. We want to give our stomachs and our colons a rest by eating or drinking 2 protein shakes a day and then eating a clean meal in the evening. Or you could do your clean meal at lunchtime and do a shake at night if you want to. But the whole idea is to give your body a rest from that digestion, constant digestion. Some of us don't really go very long in between eating, and so our bodies are constantly digesting, and it takes a lot of energy for our bodies to digest food. So we are tired sometimes just because our bodies are working to digest food all the time. So giving our bodies a rest that way is also going to help us sleep better and so on. So I recommend 2 clean protein shakes a day and a clean meal once a day, and then a couple snacks in between if you get really hungry. We don't want you to get to where your blood sugar's dropping. We don't want to get to where you are feeling like you're starving to death, and then you kind of overcompensate when you do eat. So it's a good balance there to keep your blood sugar level and your appetites satisfied. So what do we eat, or what do we not eat when we detox? There are some things we do not want to eat, and I've got some notes here so I don't forget anything, and so you might see me glancing down at those. But the first thing we want to avoid is gluten. Gluten is very hard to digest these days. There are a lot of people who are gluten intolerant. You never used to hear about that, but nowadays the wheat is propagated in such a way that it has more gluten in it than it used to have. If you remember years ago, you used to hear about amber waves of grain, which was talking about wheat growing, and the wheat was tall, it wasn't short. Now it's dwarf varieties, it's all short wheat, and it has more gluten in it, so it's harder to digest. It also causes leaky gut in a lot of people, which is tiny holes in your gut where your foods and your nutrients leak through into your bloodstream, causing all kinds of inflammation and problems. So gluten is something that I recommend you don't eat much of at all, ever. But on a detox, you want to completely cut out all gluten. The next thing is GMOs. GMOs are genetically modified organisms. The most popular things that people eat that are GMO are corn, soy, and sugar. Not cane sugar so much, but although that is sprayed with glyphosate as well. But the beet sugar, which if a product has sugar listed on it as just sugar, it's probably sugar beet sugar, and that is GMO. So genetically modified foods are foods that are sprayed with Roundup herbicide so that they it's weird that you can spray a plant with an herbicide and not kill it. And that's what's weird about the GMOs, is that they're grown to resist the glyphosate. Everything around them is killed, but the plant itself is not. That also means that that plant is absorbing those chemicals, and when you eat GMO corn or GMO soy, then you are ingesting those herbicides, those toxic chemicals, and they are carcinogenic chemicals. So GMOs are never a good thing. Again, they disrupt the gut. Your gut doesn't know what to do with all of that foreign stuff that you take in when you eat GMO products. It doesn't know what to do with it. It's not a natural thing. So anyway, GMOs are huge. The next one, of course, is sugar. Sugar is, again, if it's processed food, processed sugar, it's probably GMO sugar, beet sugar. But if it's not, even if it's not, it's processed cane sugar. It has zero nutrients, and it's going to stress your pancreas. It's going to stress your kidneys. It's going to spike your blood sugar. It just is a bad, bad thing. It also makes your body very acidic. If you remember last week, we talked about one of the benefits of a detox is to balance your pH in your body. And that is because everything, inflammation is caused by an acidic environment. Cancer grows in an acidic environment. So we want to avoid anything that's going to cause our body to be acidic. We want it to be more alkaline, more in the middle, balanced as well. So sugar is one of those things we need to cut out. Dairy is another one. Dairy, most people think eating dairy is good for you. You know, you hear the commercials on TV. Milk, it does the body good. Well, not necessarily. Milk is one of those things too that is very inflammatory to your body. It's hard to digest, and it causes a lot of inflammation. It also causes it's mucus forming, so it's going to cause a lot of mucus in your nose, in your throat, in your stomach. Again, it's not good for you. If you think about it, what other species drinks another species' milk? Milk is made for baby animals of that species, and so cow's milk is made for cow babies, not for people. So it's one of those things that I would recommend you avoid most of the time, if not all of the time. Another thing is caffeine and alcohol. Those also cause a lot of acidity in your body and inflammation as well. So we cut those out during a detox. MSGs, nitrates, and artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners are worse than sugar. They are neurotoxins. They mess with your brain. They're just horrible things. We should never eat those. Nitrates as well, and MSG. MSG is another thing that messes with your body, and a lot of people have a really bad reaction to MSG. Some not so much, but nothing that they feel right away. But going down the road, it really messes up your body. So the next one is bad fats. Bad fats are things like